More than 100 years back, a boy who was expelled from school for his nationalistic learning emerged on the international science scene in 1920 when he was just 27, and becomes a man whose work turned astronomy into astrophysics, and who puts forward a theory which became one of the most important discoveries in astrophysics. The structure of the atom, with electrons orbiting around a heavy nucleus, had been proposed by Niels Bohr. While all these facts were known, it was the genius of Meghnad Saha that estimated correctly the role of temperature and pressure. It is interesting to see that earlier theories that did not take into account all these parameters could not explain why other parts of the solar atmosphere show a higher degree of ionization. Meghnad Saha demonstrated that the spectra of far-off celestial objects can be simply understood in terms of laws of nature, as we know them on Earth, transformed the whole universe into a terrestrial laboratory and laid the foundations of modern astronomy. The work of Meghnad Saha established that the absorption lines in the spectra of stars vary widely, with some showing only hydrogen and helium lines and others showing numerous metal lines. The works of Meghnad Saha found application in numerous other problems, like conductivity of flames, electric arcs, explosion phenomena, the study of ionosphere, and hot plasma. At higher temperatures, the metal atoms exists only in ionized form, and the absorption lines of neutral metal atoms become very weak. The proportions of the various ions of the same metal can be used to estimate stellar temperatures. Russell used Saha's results to estimate the amount of hydrogen in the sun. Not surprising that Meghnad Saha became the fifth Indian to become the Fellow of the Royal Society in 1927. A lecturer's job in the University College of Science offered by Sri Ashutosh Mukherjee was perhaps the perfect start of this illustrious journey, leaving momentous marks on the sands of time. Meghnad Saha was also the first one to point out in 1937 the need to make astronomical observations from outside the Earth's atmosphere. He returned to Calcutta in 1938 as Pallid Professor. This was his second stint in Calcutta University. The first one as a student was no less eventful. Here he was in excellent company. Reviewing it, the science journal Nature wrote on 26th of August 1922. The MSc Physics students of Calcutta University learning nuclear physics owe to the contribution of Meghnad Saha in incorporating the subject into the syllabus in 1940. This was the year when the Patet Laboratory of the university started experiments on cosmic rays and nuclear physics. Through the persistent effort of Saha, Calcutta obtained a cyclotron the same year, the first in the entire eastern part of India. This crucial equipment for the development of nuclear research was one of its own kinds in Asia, indigenously assembled by Meghnad Saha himself with the help of his associates. Conceptualized and founded by Meghnad Saha, the Institute of Nuclear Physics, later on named as Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics in the honor of his memory, contributing in various ways to the advancement of knowledge since the inception. Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics is the thriving legacy of Meghnad Saha as an institution builder. From 1930 onwards, Meghnad Saha slowly turned his attention to other social and national problems. The first step in this direction was the foundation of the UP Academy of Sciences, later renamed as National Academy of Sciences at Allahabad. This led to the establishment of the National Institute of Science, now called the Indian National Science Academy. Back then, buoyant with the unleashed potential with independence, India was taking shape. On 26 January 1950, the nation was to be governed as a republic under the Constitution of India, and just 2 weeks ago on the 11th of January, Institute of Nuclear Physics was inaugurated by Madame Irene Joliot-Curie. It was the beginning of a glorious legacy. In 1953, after retirement from Calcutta University, Saha became the director of Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science. He also played an important role in the formation of the Central Glass and Ceramics Research Institute.